good Thursday evening to you, and welcome to Players Revolution Sports production of Skinz League Basketball right here on PRTV, Players Revolution Media. Jamie Horton, Charles Gaines, and Ryan Gerardo with you here on a Thursday night, all the way up here in Oklahoma City, as it's a fun Thursday night of basketball. It's the same night as the NBA draft, so it is basketball-centric here tonight in Oklahoma City. Game number one of what we expect to be, how many? We've got 3 or 4 games tonight?
4. Yeah, 4 games.
4 games. Game number one, La Familia, which is the family in Spanish, versus 7 seconds. So, in terms of names, 2 entirely different sorts of entities. And we are underway, and on the tip, loose ball, not out of bounds. Who's who? Which team is what?
I tell you what, I love when you go 3 digits. When you've got a team with 3 digits, you're serious.
Oh, we're on the board first early with a 3-point shot. Which team is which?
Can you ask her? Can you go find out what team?
All right, this is, okay, I got it. La Familia is moving right to left. Okay, now we're good to go. La Familia in possession, already on top, 3-0, and a jump shot from the right elbow.
This is high-quality broadcasting.
Is knocked down. Well, we're going to get there. If it was, when people give us, information. Andre Perkins with the bucket for La Familia. 5-0 quickly here. And back the other way. Left to right through the lane, and on the board is 7 seconds. 5-2 our score, 13.5 minutes left to go. Into the front court goes Familia with it over in the left corner. Andre Perkins, he tries to dump it off inside. It's knocked out of bounds by 7 seconds. The ball will stay with the family. On top, 5-2. Thought about the 3 now. Drives to his left. Has to pick up his dribble, turns and fires a fadeaway over that right shoulder. Left it well short, and the rebound goes the other direction. Spotting up, right wing 3. They let him have it, and he back rimmed it, no good. Offensive rebound, and they'll reset. A right corner 3-point attempt this time is left short as well. This one hits the top of the stanchion, and the ball will go out of bounds along the baseline. Over to the family, 5-2. La Familia on top. Congratulations to Markelle Fultz, 2017's NBA first overall pick in the 2017 draft. He's going to Philadelphia, where basketball players go to die. 7-2 is our score. Good-looking drive right there. Going coast to coast that time for 7 seconds with a right-handed finger roll right of the lane. 7-4 our score. It's a 3-point lead for the family. In possession of the basketball, having it just in front of the midcourt stripe, driving to his left and throwing it up right of the lane, no good. And the rebound is loose, fought for, knocked away as it was going the other direction. And now the family with possession of the basketball, thought about a 3 over on the left wing, spots up for the left corner 3, and it's a little bit too long, no good. We got a stoppage in play here. Looks like we've got an injury timeout. Perhaps
he took a nasty tumble.
Some skin
from the Skinz
in the Skinz League left on the floor right there.
Skin on the court, that's for sure.
Let's see. We've got a pick by the Lakers here.
Is it Lonzo Ball?
It is.
Oh, okay. Big surprise. So Lonzo Ball and the Big Baller Brand headed to Los Angeles, where LeVar will coincidentally kill his career.
So the question now is, what is Ainge going to do?
Screw up his draft pick, which I like Danny Ainge, and boy, he's great at acquiring draft picks.
Just not picking them.
Just not picking them. 7-4 is our score. 11 minutes left to go here in this, I guess it's the opening quarter. Or half.
Oh,
boy.
bombs away.
That was deep.
That's more than an NBA 3 attempt right there in 7 seconds. Has tied this game up at 7 apiece, 10:50 to go. With the basketball, driving to his right and picking up his dribble along the right baseline. Trying to feed it inside behind the back, and we've got numbers the other direction. Fast break, laying it up and in with the right hand. So 7 seconds has taken their first lead of the contest, 9-7, 10.5 to play here in this opening quarter. Or opening half. Do they play 15-minute halves?
Yes.
So I believe we started at 15.
That's what we're playing here.
Family in possession, dump it off inside. And an easy lay-in left of the lane. All square at 9 apiece. 10 minutes to go. 3-point attempt straight away off of a screen is left short, and the rebound battled for, knocked out of bounds. We got a foul. No, they're going to call it out of bounds off the Family, so it'll stay with 7 seconds. Again, shooting into the basket at our broadcast right. Left baseline jumper is no good, and the rebound to Family. We go the other way. La Familia in possession, all square at 9 apiece. It's Andre Perkins. Little shake and bake and throws up a three from the left wing. No good. Left it short. We go the other direction. Quickly back the other direction. No numbers, but the ball ends up in the hands of an awaiting 7 seconds player left to the lane, and he gets the easy one. 11-9, 7 seconds in front by a bucket. So the Timberwolves have acquired Jimmy Butler for Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and the number 7 pick. Wow. Minnesota, a very good young team, adding another piece. Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, and now Jimmy Butler.
Now, in your opinion, does that make them a contender in that division?
It doesn't make them a contender for anything but a playoff spot. Yeah, I think it makes them a playoff contender. I don't think it makes them a championship contender by any means.
No. But, I mean, are they fighting for those last 3 spots? Or have they
I think that
jumped
makes
up
them
in your mind?
I think that makes them a top 6 candidate in the Western Conference. Zach LaVine, what he brought was a spot-up shooter. He was a very good shooter from the outside. Obviously, he's very athletic, can jump out of the gym, was a contestant in the dunk competition.
Do you think that affects any Rubio talk? Is he going to stay put at this point?
That's an even better question. I don't know, because if I'm Minnesota, I try to figure out a way to get back into this draft, into this first round.
So you don't feel like they're done?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think Minnesota's going to try and get back into, they just gave up their number 7 pick, which was the pick the Mavericks were targeting, in exchange for their number 9 and Wes Matthews.
They also got the number 16 pick in the deal. The Timberwolves did.
So the T-Wolves will get the 16th pick. Well, so now Ricky Rubio to the Mavs for number 9 might become a little bit more, I don't know,
now,
palatable, but if you're the Mavericks, you got to figure out a way to get back into that top 10 or stay in that top 10.
Now, would an NBA team like the Timberwolves take and package those 2 picks to do something, or would they typically keep that 17 as a developmental player? Or does it just depend?
I think anybody in the first round you expect to maybe get some play out of. I think anybody in the first round of the NBA draft you expect to contribute at some point. There are rare cases where you go and you draft the guy knowing that he's a project, but he's extremely valuable in terms of his projection, that you go ahead and you take him with a top 15 pick. Second rounders are stashing, draft and stash kind of guys, overseas players. The Mavericks and Donnie Nelson have been they've done that a lot.
So I guess what I'm asking is that combination valuable to a team to get a first and a second like that, like it might in, say, the NFL draft?
No, not nearly like it is in the NFL. If you can get 2 first-round picks, though, if you can get 2 top 20 picks in the NBA draft, that's valuable. Though there is value there, absolutely. 18-9 is our score right now, so 7 seconds doubling up. La Familia. 6.5 left to go here in this first half. Foul shot is missed.
Both of these teams do just not have a lot of players. It's going to be interesting to see if they begin to get a little fatigued as the game rolls on, not having too many substitutes.
Well, Charles, one of the beauties, and it's been a long time for you, but youthful exuberance goes a long ways.
I'm already tired.
And a lot of these guys still have youth in their legs and in their bodies, and so they don't wind as quickly as you and I.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I do. I said you and I, but it'd be hard for you to deny that you don't get tired.
Let me say this. My hopes have risen with the advent of EPlay.
Yes.
I am in the game again, and I'm waiting to play someone
your speed.
My speed.
By the way, we with EPlay, go to geteplay.com. After you go to playersrev.com, check us out. Players Revolution Sports, Players Rev, and the EPlay app. Geteplay.com. PlayersRev.com. That's GetEPlay.com. Follow us on Twitter as well, Players Revolution Sports, at PlayersRev.
Nice shot.
Back at you with a 3 as they try to cut into this deficit. It was 22-9, and it's back down to 10, and then right back to a dozen. A quick drive and score by 7 seconds, who trailed this game 5-0 early and have roared back, outscoring their opponents 24-7 over the game's last 8 minutes. Back-to-back threes here for La Familia, and it's down under 10 again, 24-19, or 24-15 rather, 9-point deficit. And the answer, though, the other direction, is knocked in. It looks like number 30, and I've probably got a first name here somewhere.
Looks like Ainge is taking his sweet time on the clock.
Yes, he is.
Well, because he just needs all the time in the world to screw up his draft pick. And he stepped out of bounds.
What do you really think, Jamie?
I just look, Danny Ainge has done a great job of acquiring assets.
Paul George. That's what the holdup is.
Are they trying to trade?
They're considering Paul George, yeah.
Okay. What are they? Okay, so what
That's all I
do?
know.
What they do? Their pick is in. Now Phoenix is on the clock. They got Jason Tatum.
They took
The
it.
question is that for Indiana, though? The question is, will they keep Tatum?
That's a good question. You know,
Which, by the way, is a beef that I have with the NBA draft. This need to wait days before you find out who you really took is very frustrating for the average fan, in my opinion.
we don't get Dirk Nowitzki without it.
Well, but I had already got
True.
my tractor trailer jersey, and so it was very frustrating.
When that
for me.
happened, by the way, what were your thoughts when Tractor Trailer was drafted to the Mavericks?
Well,
I was extremely disappointed.
at the time, I bled such blue and green that I had convinced myself it was a much better deal to take tractor trailer. That's just not who the Mavericks took at that time, if you recall. So I was glad to have a prototypical NBA forward, I thought, at the time. Boy, I'm glad that I proved very wrong.
Right. I remember a lot of people being just absolutely insanely mad about the Mavericks taking this guy named Dirk Nowitzki instead of Robert Traylor. Boy, good job that time in controlling his body and having the strength and presence of mind to take the contact, keep the ball in his hands long enough to throw it towards the rim. Foul shots upcoming here.
You know, I want to point out we have our commander-in-chief here with us, Ryan Gerardo, on the mic. And the man is so talented, and the EPlay platform is so intuitive. He is calling the game with us. He is using the EPlay app to score the game, and he's tracking the NBA draft all at the same time.
Trying to multitask here. Break some news, track some stats.
In the age of, everything at your fingertips, including EPlay.
It's pretty easy to do.
2 for 2 that trip, and it's 29-17. The lead a dozen again here for 7 seconds. Find out what the significance of 7 seconds is for these guys. I want to know what that's all about.
Try and get a shot off no more than 7 seconds.
Is that what it is?
Clock.
Is
Yes.
that what it is? I thought maybe they were
See what I'm saying?
a long distance three about 35 feet from the basket.
His 7-second shot clock was about to
So
expire.
is that a Gene Hackman, Jimmy Chitwood thing, or where does that come from?
No, it's a Houston Rockets new age. Yeah.
Yeah,
more
that's a Dan
possessions.
Tony. That's a Dan Tony
More
kind of thing.
possessions.
Well,
No, yeah, Jimmy Chitwood, Gene Hackman, they were all about 3 passes. You have to pass the ball. Oh, wait, 5 times. 5 passes before a shot can be taken. I thought that was ridiculous. But, hey, that's old school basketball.
yeah, you would have walked off the court, too.
I would have been very upset with Coach Hackman. Or Norman Dale, I should say. Norman Dale. Ooh, that is not a legal basketball maneuver. And a turnover. He knew it, though. One of those deals you kind of get. I don't know if I think this is a thing that you could say, but we all have them. Brain flatulence.
Where are you going with this?
Well, he had a brain fart.
Oh, I see. Okay.
12-point game, 29-17.
pass.
7 seconds with the lead. Boy, and a nice little right-handed floater right there from La Familia. Ten-point game, 29-19 as we tick under them, right around the 30-second mark of the half. Backing down, right block, turning over that left shoulder. Strong move, no good. Tipped up and in. They got his own rebound, tipped it up and in.
Serious strength there.
31-19, 12-point game once again. La Familia in possession of the basketball. Backing his man down along that right block, finds a cutter wide open and lays it up and in right of the lane. 31-21, 7 seconds to play in the half. 7 seconds with the lead and the possession. A right wing three at the buzzer is back rim, no good. And at the end of 15 minutes of play.
For this level of play, to have these guys, I'm seeing some actual plays. I'm seeing some good spacing, and I'm seeing some good passing. You don't have a lot of hot dogging and a lot of hustle. So I commend these guys for the quality of play that we're seeing so far.
Well, you do also you also recognize that they know each other and have played with each other before, and that these are actual teams. Because I look at this other team at La Familia, and I might get confused because some of them are wearing the same color jersey. All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've got some guys that are missing tonight. We've got some guys filling in to get this game in. And
by the way, Ryan, you probably got a little bit more information on this in terms of Skinz League. All right, so we are here as guests and partners, essentially,
Right.
Up in Oklahoma City, and this is Skinz League basketball. Chris Skinner. Kind of talk about how this came about. I mean, I know that they came down and won a tournament for the Revolution Day.
Yes. Yeah, we're looking for partners all over the country. This is our first expansion outside of the immediate DFW area. Of course, we've got some great partners there in DFW, but Chris Skinner and the team Jumpman actually won Revolution Day, as you said. They were the champions. And Chris, obviously up here in OKC, runs a fantastic league, Skinz League. We're honored that they've joined the platform and had us up here tonight to broadcast. Hopefully, the first of many broadcasts. He runs a ton of great tournaments throughout the year as well. So this is the beginning of a hopefully a fruitful partnership, but also the first of many partnerships from across the country.
it was kind of embarrassing for Chris to bring his team down to Texas and whoop up on our Dallas team.
The only Oklahoma team shows up out of 16 and wins it.
In fairness, probably his best player is a TCU guy.
I knew you were going to work that in somehow.
Fort Worth. Well, and he had some other players that were from the Dallas area. So
that's true.
Well,
one of them was one of our officials.
That's right. That's right.
He also referees for us.
Well, you guys can spin it however you want, but I blame it on Kevin Harris, our DFW director.
We had 15 entries to Oklahoma's 1.
Yeah.
And somehow, some way, we managed to blow it.
But again, I blame it on Kevin. But then again,
it's all on Kevin.
By the way, it's 20-minute halves. I'm sorry, I said 15. I don't know where I got 15 minutes. No basketball ever.
No, that would be because they started the clock with 15 minutes on it because they were accounting for the delay in the beginning of the game, waiting for the other team to show up.
That would be cool if the NBA did that. If they just were waiting for, Steph Curry to show up. And we just put time on the clock, and maybe the scrubs got to play for a little while.
Maybe someone in the stands.
Yeah, we could bring down the 12th man, or I guess it wouldn't be the 12th man, it'd be the 6th man. But anyway.
So 7 seconds. Rod. I don't have his last name, but Mr. Rod with a nice drive to open the second half. 33-21. It's a 12-point lead for 7 seconds. They'll fire a three from the right wing, no good. La Familia with the rebound. They go the other direction. It's Nick Tate. Right to left through the lane. And he'll dish it out for a three from the left wing. And it's knocked down, and it's back down under 10 at 33-24. The three is knocked in by Andre Perkins.
That's a nice stroke. He really got his legs into it.
Now the other direction. Boy, could have been an offensive foul right there. Use the off arm to push off. Chris Skinner himself. Oh, that's a walk.
He
got caught with a walk. He knew it. He thought he could get away with it. That is his league.
That thing was wobbling from the very beginning all the way down the court. He had one wheel shooting off in one direction before he finally bailed out.
It's another one of those don't get caught in the air kind of premise. By the way, congratulations to Josh Jackson of Kansas, who I argued is probably the most talented player in this year's, in that top 10 class. Everybody's saying it's a draft 1 through 9, and I thought Josh Jackson might be the most talented of them all. He goes to the Phoenix Suns at pick number 4. The Sacramento Kings are on the clock. Predictions, gentlemen.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm bold enough.
I think this is where Dennis Smith could come off at 5.
Sure hope not, but that is definitely possible. He's a fantastic player.
And if not there, I think he goes maybe to the Knicks at 8. If Dennis Smith is still there at 8, he's a Knick. But they seem to be really high on Ntilikina as well.
The Knicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, it's a 7-point game here as La Familia tries to cut into this deficit again. A deficit that's been as high as 13 points in this ball game. Have got it down to 7 now, 33-26. 7 seconds with the lead and the basketball, and now Familia with the turnover. They'll go the other direction. A 3 from the right wing is rimmed out, no good, and the rebound goes the other direction, and boy, behind the back dribble is stolen away. Nick Tate had the basketball. They'll go cross court now. It's Andre Perkins driving. He'll pull up from the hash mark right of the lane. It's a little bit too strong, and the rebound 7 seconds. We go the other direction.
Isaac gone at 6.
33-26. 7-point game, now 10, as Rod from the left corner knocks it down with 17 minutes to go in the ball game.
Now, I don't claim to know these players like you do, but that was the guy that really caught my attention. And I didn't think he would last to the Mavs, but I had hope.
Who?
And I thought, Isaac, who just went.
Yep.
And wasn't that a little earlier than he was actually predicted to go?
There was hope he'd make it to 7, but he gone at 6.
That'd be 5, right?
I believe it was 6.
Sacramento was 5.
And the Magic took him at 6.
So who'd Sacramento get at 5?
Still on the clock? Did they take a pass? Did they just let him go?
That is a great question.
Maybe you should refresh that browser.
De'Aaron Fox, gone at 5.
Gone at 5, De'Aaron Fox. Boy, okay. See, that's what I was thinking. I think Sacramento was wanting a point guard, but the best point guard, in my opinion, in terms of what you're wanting to have there as a scoring guard is Dennis Smith Jr. But De'Aaron Fox at least can stay in California with his nemesis Lonzo Ball, somebody that he can say that he ate up a couple of times in college, including the most important of those two collegiate careers in the NCAA tournament. Back up to a 13-point lead here for 7 seconds. Their largest lead of the game, and they're equaling their largest lead of the game, 39-26. La Familia with the basketball. Escape dribble between the legs. Trying to drive along that right block. Had it knocked away, and now we got a foul as a scrum for the basketball on the floor. It'll stay with Familia, and a deep 3 from the right wing is knocked in. Don't know who that is, but it's a heck of a shot. Back down to 10, 39-29, 15 minutes to play. Yeah, so what is it? Is it Johnny Isaac?
Take your pick. They're going with Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Where'd he play? He played at Florida State, right? He was an ACC guy.
So make your case for your guy. Now's your chance. Make your case.
I like Ntilikina a lot. I mean, if you're the Dallas Mavericks, what you've lacked for, I guess really since Jason Kidd, and you can argue even before that, Steve Nash was really the last kind of guy that's a Ntilikina type, other than the fact that Ntilikina has a bigger body. He is a more polished scorer than Jason Kidd was coming in to the league, and maybe more so than Steve Nash was. He is a guy that shoots a pretty high percentage, right around 42 to 45% from the floor, but he's a pass-first point guard. He's a distributor of the basketball more so than he is a scorer of the basketball, but he can do both.
Okay, so 2 questions. For a Carlisle-led team,
he's perfect. He is a perfect fit.
Can Carlisle hand him the keys and run it the way Carlisle wants
Probably
to run?
not this season, no.
That was my next question.
No.
Is how soon?
If you're a Mavericks fan, you're going to have to be satisfied with this guy may be in the D-League some this year.
So can Mark Cuban be that patient?
I don't think Mark Cuban can, and the reason I don't think he can is because Dirk is still the most important thing in his world.
Ooh, nice play.
As a Maverick fan, though, it's a 10-point game right now, 41-31, but opportunity here to get this thing down to 7 if they can complete the old-fashioned three-point play at the line is Andre Perkins for La Familia. But if you're a Mavericks fan, as much as I love Dirk, Dirk will always be my favorite Maverick no matter who comes along, unless somebody comes along and just is the greatest Maverick of all time. More so than Dirk.
Lamar Odom.
No, it'll be hard because Dirk was he's a great ambassador. He's a great representative of your team and your franchise.
Yes.
That's what you look. That's why, I'll always argue for Tony Romo as being my guy, is because not only was he a guy that really kind of put your team and your franchise back on the map, he was a great ambassador for your football team.
Like Rajon Rondo.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Ouch.
Exactly. Dirk, look, let's be honest, folks. His loyalty cost him more championships. His loyalty cost him the opportunity to go and play for more championships. He could have gone to Golden State last year for a couple $1 million and won a ring. But he didn't want to. He wants to finish his career as a Dallas Maverick, and he knows that there's one thing you can never not call him, and that's a champion. He is a champion.
Absolutely.
But if you're Mark Cuban, you're Donnie Nelson, you got to look past Dirk right now. You're not going to be able to put together a championship caliber team within the 2-year window that you may or may not have with Dirk Nowitzki left as a Dallas Maverick. So you have to look past him. You have to look past and say, well, where are we after Dirk? Where can we start? Harrison Barnes, we saw Harrison Barnes is a player.
Well, he was way better than I thought.
He's a player. He was way better than I thought.
I think that he was a pleasant surprise, and I think he's somebody you can build around. Now, I don't know what to do with Noel, and I certainly don't know what to do with Matthews anymore. And so that's where
I think the Mavericks missed a golden opportunity not giving up Wesley Matthews and their 9th pick for Ricky Rubio and the number 7 pick.
Was that still dead?
It is dead because the 7th pick is gone. The 7th pick is now property of the Chicago Bulls, right?
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves, I mean. Yeah, Timberwolves.
You want to hit refresh on that draft update there?
Talk to me. Tell me.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you're asking me.
I'm asking.
I thought it was a big buildup.
I am pleading.
I say that okay, here we go. So, Fox.
Well, that was 5th.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so Jonathan Isaac.
Orlando's still on the clock.
Well, no.
Says they got 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yours is lagging.
Well, yeah, who's
this is the worldwide leader in sports I'm looking at. So, if I was looking at EPlay, I would have the information.
That's
by now.
exactly right.
43-33 is our score. 7 seconds on top of La Familia. 10.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. It is game number 1 of 4 of some Skinz League basketball here in Oklahoma City with Players Revolution Sports, Rev Media, Jamie Horton, Charles Big Gaines, and
was that
Ryan
after
Gerardo.
In-N-Out Burger today, or what was that reference about?
No. You know how the kids are saying, got to go get gains, now in the gym? Getting those gains, big gains.
I'm showing my age. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey, what I like about Charles' email address, cgains at Players Rev.
Gains at Players Rev.
That's awesome.
Shall I flex?
We're seeing gains.
Shall I stop flexing?
43-33, it's still a 10-point game, and well within striking distance here is La Familia playing shorthand tonight. That's 7 players.
All right, I've got number 7 in. Laurie Markkanen
From Arizona.
Laurie Markkanen. I'm glad he's off the board. Thank you.
Yeah,
I am glad he's off the board because I felt like if he was there at 9, the Mavericks would just be so enamored with another tall white guy they can shoot.
He is going to be a Bull.
Good for them. He can play with Mirotic. Offensive basket interference.
How much of the development of guys, of course, Dirk was Dirk before there was anything like that, but as these other European players have come in, how much of that is a reaction to trying to find, quote, the next Dirk?
How many times have we heard it? How many times have we heard this guy's the next Dirk?
Got some information on the Knicks pick.
Is it Neely Keena?
It is.
Okay. That means Dennis Smith might be there at 9. If Dennis Smith is there at 9, you're crazy not to take him if you're the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, he'd be incredible value at that pick.
Now, here's where it could get a little weird because now you think, okay, maybe that's what Minnesota was waiting on for the Ricky Rubio deal.
Yeah.
If you're Dallas, you still want to try and unload Wesley Matthews' terrible contract. Some way, somehow, you want to dump that contract. You're going to have to do it in a trade. That three-pointer a little bit strong. It's still a 12-point game here, 45-33. Back the other direction, the hoop and the harm, 7 seconds. We'll push this lead up to 14, a chance to get to 15. If they can complete the old-fashioned three-point play, 47-33. Players Revolution Sports. Get EPlay.com. Go check that out. Get EPlay.com or go to playersrev.com. Follow us on Twitter at playersrev for all the latest news, sports, highlights, information.
You know, one of the neat things about ePlay that we're getting this early feedback is how much they love the instant information. And I'm sitting here, we're able to look at the draft, and I've got NBA.com and ESPN.com up, and yet Ryan has brought the last 2 picks in before either one of the websites has it, and it's from Twitter.
It is Twitter.
So the information is moving so fast.
Wash bombs.
Well, the guys on Twitter probably get the picks before they even announce them now.
Yes. Well, that's a certainty because the Knicks pick was reported less than a minute after the previous. So.
You know, as a guy with a little bit of experience working in the PR world and trying to manage press information, it's got to drive these guys crazy because the ability for these players to go straight to the world and straight to the media is instantaneous. So sometimes they're just getting that information out, and that's how they're finding out about it. If a kid commits to a school, you know, everybody else finds out before they do.
Obviously,
they've been picked by somebody.
Obviously, we're not watching TV, but I see somebody here on Twitter saying TV's announcing the 6th pick when Waj announced that 8 minutes ago.
There you go.
We're already down to 9 on Twitter.
All right, so we're on the Mavericks are on the clock now on Twitter?
On Twitter, and only on Twitter.
When will the draft be on Twitter? I guess we're seeing it now.
Yes, we are.
I'm kind of bummed. I got to tell you guys, I'm a little bummed about Neely Kina. And I think Dennis Smith is going to go now, probably to the Knicks. Or not to
T-Wolves? So you got the Knicks, you got so the T-Wolves come in?
So wait.
Did the T-Wolves pick, Ryan?
What's the T-Wolves pick, Ryan, at number 7?
What?
See, now you're confusing me. So this is where
the problem is it's not official, so I don't have any one place that lists all of them. Here we go. Let me get some answers. That was Markkanen
at number 7
to the Bulls. Remember that
the Bulls
the
and
Jimmy Butler trade.
Yeah, the Butler trade put the Bulls at 7.
Okay.
So then you got Knicks with Ntilikina at number 8.
And the Mavericks will get Dennis Smith Jr. at number 9.
We would assume.
That's fantastic to let him drop to us.
Well, yes, but I think in the long run, the player with the higher ceiling is Neely Kina. You know, we'll see. I was really high on Neely Kina.
Do you think he's played the competition?
No, but none of these guys have. None of these guys have played NBA competition.
That's very true.
Well, not NBA, but I'm talking about. Talking about France.
I think overseas basketball.
NC State.
Yeah, but still, overseas basketball doesn't get the same. It doesn't get the recognition that it deserves. I mean, heck, it wasn't that long ago where our teams that we were putting together, all-star teams to play in overseas and international competitions, were getting beat. One thing that they do overseas much better than our guys in the Americas do. Trying to put this one away, and oh boy, that is an athletic tip-in right there with a left hand, reaching way back behind his head to throw that one towards the rim.
Ryan, what's the scuttlebutt on social media about what the Mavs are thinking about?
Yeah, is there? It's got to be Dennis Smith at this point, doesn't it?
I don't think you can pass on that. You got a guy that you can plug in immediately.
Immediately, yes.
It is Smith.
And is Dennis Smith. Okay.
Well, I mean, Monk is in consideration too.
No.
But they've got to be ecstatic.
I think
fallen to them.
Yeah, I believe the pick is.
And if they don't take him, I think the media in Dallas will eat their luck. Now, it'll be interesting to see if Donnie gets to make that pick.
The rumor is this is Donnie's draft, so we can only hope. We can only hope.
Donnie wanted Neely Kina. I guarantee you, Donnie wanted Neely Kina. Donnie has an affinity for international players, especially guys that have the skill set of a Frank Ntilikina.
Now, is that your hunch, or do you have any kind of inside information?
I don't have any inside information, but I'd be willing to bet. I would be willing to bet a mortgage that Ntilikina was a guy that Donnie Nelson was enamored with.
It sure makes sense.
59-41, an 18-point game as 7 seconds tries to salt this one away. There's 3.5 minutes left to play here tonight.
if the pick is indeed Dennis Smith, let me give you a Chad Forge breakdown. Smith's combination of elite athleticism and offensive firepower make him an attractive draft prospect. He's an explosive leaper who can finish high above the rim. He's quick off the bounce and excels at getting to the rim. He showed an improved three-pointer by shooting 36% from beyond the arc last season. However, he can be a turnover-prone machine. His mid-range game is a work in progress. He shot just 30% on two-point jumpers. He seemed unable to lead a very talented Wolfpack team to the NCAA. Still, if Markelle Fultz and Lonzo Ball are off the board, Smith is the right one. De'Aaron Fox off, the next best point guard in the draft. So he's certainly highly ranked.
Here's the problem with Dennis Smith. First of all, you can't guard him. He's going to be one of the most athletic guys.
Give me a comparison. Give me some.
Oh wow.
Give me a comparison to whose game is he like?
He's a bigger Isaiah Thomas.
All right. So can he play defense? Because Isaiah Thomas is Olay defense.
Who plays defense anymore?
Well, overrated.
It's an overrated stat, right? It's an overrated thing.
Overrated.
Do not tell Dr. Carlisle.
Well, don't tell. Like Mike D'Antoni has made a living off of not playing defense, and he's still got a job. He's making a lot of money, and has created a formula that he created overseas, by the way, to literally just try and outscore your opponent. Defense for D'Antoni is a 20-point lead.
Very true.
It makes me miss Don Nelson.
Back when we didn't play defense, back when we would play Sacramento and see who could score 80 points a half.
Those are fun times.
Those were fun to watch.
It was fun.
You knew you were not going to win a championship.
And
There's some hops right there.
Wow.
Some hops. He took off from the left baseline right there. 22-point game here as we tick down and 90 seconds left for tonight in game number 1 of 4. Chris Skinner with a 3 from the left wing. Left it short and the rebound. 7 seconds. They'll push it the other direction on top here by 22. Trying to rub it in a little bit with a left wing 3. Left short, no good. Tip up, no good. And the rebound of Familia. Two shots at the rim that time for 7 seconds. Unable to get it done.
Got to use two hands on that second fallout. 2 hands.
He should have called a foul earlier than that one. 63-41, under a minute to play for this first ball game. Inbound in the front court and a 3. Right wing, kind of a shot put right there. We'll get this thing a little more respectable, down under 20. 63-44. Looked better in the newspaper. It goes right back to 21 now with a quick drive left to right through the paint. 7 seconds. Up big here, 65-44 is what it should be, I believe. Salting it away here. 67-46, 21-point lead. Familia had their chances in this one. Got this thing down to 7 points. About midway through this second half, before 7 seconds took over and pulled away. And they'll run away with a 67-48 win in game number 1 of Skinz League basketball here in Oklahoma City.